Is this the best monopod for event video? Well, I know some of you gearheads are wondering, oh, what is that? Well, I'm not talking about a specific brand. There are lots of companies making monopods like this for video. Manfrotto makes one. Benro makes one. There are other companies as well. This one, in case you're wondering about this one's kind of a Frankenstein. It has a Manfrotto video head on it. It's a Gitzo stick, and it's got Benro feet. Now, there's been tons of videos on this type of arrangement, and having watched those, I was very interested in this setup as a concept, and so I've been using monopods for many years in event video. I never used one with an actual video head on it before. I never used these type of feet, and like many of the videos that you've seen in reviews, I was very impressed with some of the things that people were able to manage with this kind of a setup. And so I dug this out of my box of goodies. This was a video head that was on a regular tripod at one time, and this is my second monopod, and this is a Gitzo, and I bought this after I was shooting at a charity baseball game, and somebody stepped on my monopod and bent it. I was able to sort of save it, but it was never quite the same. So I tried this, and yeah, it's pretty good. It's pretty impressive what you can do with this. But I do think that before you go to buy one of these, this type of setup, that you should bear some things in mind. It's certainly very stable, and as long as you're going like this and twisting it back and forth like this is not too bad. But if you're shooting something like let's say sports, soccer for example, this is something that I used to shoot all the time on a monopod in a different configuration than this one, which I'll show you in a minute. If you move like this, you're going to tilt your screen. Okay, that's a bit of a problem because that tilt is going to look very funny in your video, and that's one aspect of this that I really don't like. I love these feet. If you're the kind of guy who shoots occasionally skiing, this can be, on a slope, this is terrific. These legs, just put 1 foot on it. It's amazing. It works really well. It's really stable, and lots of situations it can be just fantastic. But in a moment, I'm going to show you a monopod used in a different way, and I'm not going to try and suggest that you shouldn't buy this. These are Benro feet, and I put them on this Gitzo tripod for about $40. This one Manfrotto 1501 head I had from many years ago, and it was sort of kicking around. So I'm glad to have this as part of my kit, but there are some things to be said for the traditional arrangement of the monopod for event video. Let me show you. This is the setup that I used for many years as a monopod with event video. Of course, at that time I was using a Manfrotto stick, but I had this little tiny foot, and there are some places this tiny foot actually makes is a good choice. Imagine you're at a wedding or a play or some other type of presentation, and you're trying to videotape it without getting in people's line of sight and all those kind of things. Well, this is what I often did. Now, you probably can't see all of this, so I'm just going to kind of adjust this here, and then I'll give you a better shot here. Okay, this is an arrangement that I used for that type of situation here. In those days, I tend to use a Manfrotto. I still use a Manfrotto ball head rather than this Gitzo ball head. I'm not crazy about this Gitzo ball head. It is made out of magnesium and stuff like that, but just imagine here, like the natural thing here is you trap it between your feet here on the floor, which is a very natural thing. And as I pan around, you can see I don't have any problem with the tilting kind of arrangement. I can get very steady, great video. I'm not interfering with anybody. I've also used something similar to this. Okay, I shot lots of soccer and other sports with this type of arrangement, and it is very flexible, you know, especially you're doing fast action stuff. You don't have to have an expensive ball head. I used kind of this is classic. You probably relate to this a great deal. I was going to throw my Manfrotto ball head on here to demonstrate this, and then I couldn't find the shoe. I don't know. I'm sure that that kind of thing has happened to you. In conclusion, I'd like to say I think that a monopod is a very important piece of event video gear. It's not perfect, but there are certain situations that can be very effective. And where'd my little feet go? These little feet can be very useful, but sometimes the little stopper is actually even better. Yeah. Sometimes this is what you need. Sometimes just a ball head might be better. So when you're going to buy a monopod, think of it as a tool, and there are different ways you can dress it to make it the perfect tool for your event video job. Thanks for watching.